university a lot, and I always wanted to come to Royal Global to talk about what exactly we are doing right now. In the meantime, I would just like to first introduce myself. That the lady has already talked about a lot. Thank you so much. The idea why am I here is that there are two things why am I here today. One is that there is something which has never been done and which has never been attempted before in the world, and we are doing it. And number two, that we are doing it for our youth. We are doing it for you. We are doing it for people who are basically into the education system. They need new jobs. They want new avenues. And if you listen to the presentation a little bit, if you concentrate a little bit and listen to the presentation, you will be able to understand how Sattvik India is going to change the way people feel about and people understand about food quality, food assurance, and the allied industries, and how you people can become a part of it, how you are going to become a part of it, how you are going to create a job inside it, how you can become entrepreneurs into it and start your own startups with something. Okay, my first question is that has anybody seen this sign before? Anybody? किसी ने sign देखा है अभी तक? Okay. Now this sign tells that this is where you get vegetarian food. Okay. It's basically when you go to the airports, when you go to the public areas, when you go to go to shopping malls, you have a lot of signs, right? Where is the exit? Where are the public toilets? So there are signs basically. So this is one of the signs which has never been recognized anywhere. But it says that this is the food is available, the food in the food court. But this sign makes you understand that this is where the vegetarian food is available. So that's what the whole subject is all about today. I'm talking about the vegetarian lifestyle and food certification. That is what Sattvik is all about. Now this was given. This sign was approved by ISO in the year 2013. Can you imagine? Already 5 years down the line, but we don't see anywhere. We don't see the sign anywhere in India. I think maybe most of you must have also traveled abroad. वहाँ पर भी आपको ये नहीं दिखा होगा ज़्यादा. But anyways, before I talk about anything, I would like you to know that how our country is going to look like in 2030, because that is the time where you will be professionals. That is the time जब आप professional बन चुके होगे. आप लोगों ने अपने you go to the professional line and you will understand. I just want to make you understand a little bit. Okay, now the population by 2030 of India would be like, in Delhi would be like Philippines, the population of Philippines, right? Mumbai would be the population of Malaysia. Okay? Ahmedabad is going to be like Vietnam, Hyderabad, Morocco. So we are just comparing Indian cities with these small countries as far as the population is concerned. And that's what I want you to understand. That with increase of population, there will be demand for food. There will be demand for lifestyle. There will be demand for a lot of things because population brings everything. Now, this is what I think everybody knows this, that this is a small initiative taken by the government. Now it is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. Make in India, Digital India. So, are we prepared for this growth? I talk, wherever I go, I ask people that, are we prepared for this growth? Have we understood the meaning of growth as far as our population is concerned? That's what I said, that by 2030, not far, right? Only 12 years ahead. I think within 3 or 4 years, you will be out. And by that time, the population is going to be very, very high. So we need to understand the demands as to how we will come up with the demands. Now, the food market, I will just give you a small idea about the food market. The food market, especially the food processing industry, India is ranking the 5th, right? The Indian domestic food market is expected to grow nearly by 40%. Obviously, when there'll be population, there has to be the food also, right? The growth also. The CII has estimated by 2020, which is like only 2 years, the food processing sector alone has the potential of attracting $33 billion of investment into India. So you can understand where the big bazaars are growing up and the Amazons are coming into India, and these where you can now order anything grocery. There are so many online grocery applications where you can just order everything. So it is all about the growth. That's what I'm trying to explain. Now, the structure of Indian processing industry. Now, this is an interesting one which you need to understand. The organized sector is only 25%. Only 25% of the total market. The unorganized sector is around 42%. And the small scale units is 33%. So this is what is alarming right now. This is what we need to speak about. This is what we need to talk about. And that is why I'm here to talk. I'm here to explain you a little bit of some things. Now, how many people eat Maggi? I think nearly everybody eats Maggi. 3 years back, or 4, I think precisely 4-5 years back, there was a problem with Maggi. I think everybody knows it, right? Sabko pata hai ye baat. There was a problem with Maggi, and they literally banned the whole packaging up. So now the Indian food food standards, are not developed till the world how the world sees the food. We still need to develop more. We still need to understand food more. We still need to understand logistic more. We still need to understand food contamination more, cross-contaminations more. So this is a small slide which I just wanted to make you understand that it's very difficult to see how Maggi declared unsafe when analyzed by Singapore and the United States and the UK and the Canada. Right? This raises a prospect to India's food safety monitoring system, because everywhere else in the world, the Maggi was declared safe. But only in India, it said it was not safe because they were a little bit of more, MSG was on a higher side. This is a live shot from the screenshot. So probably you can just see, and this is a live screenshot. So you can see that AVA, which is Agri-Food and Veterinary Authority of Singapore, it says India-made Maggi instant noodles are safe to eat. And that was the same time. So there are contradictions all the time. Now, the answer to all this is Sattvik India. I say that all the time. The reason is that we have to develop a standard of our own. India, since independence, we have done a lot. We have seen it's like more than 70 years now. And we need to understand our own system. We need to understand our own setups. We need to understand what India requires. And according to that, these standardizations have to be made. And that is what I have come here to do. I was working outside India nearly 14 years of my life. And for the last 4 years, I am in India. I came back to India. And I wanted to actually start up this because people should understand that there is a need, and there is a need of a global brand where a standardization can go outside India and we can talk about food safety. And we can do it only when we develop our own SOPs. We develop our own standards. Because nobody else can understand what India requires actually, unless and until your own country has to understand, the citizens has to understand that. Now, a little bit about myself. I come from a very small town, not very small now. Kanpur is like, it's a metropolitan now. My father was a doctor, and from there only the whole background comes in, and that's why a little bit of food has the safety, how to wash your hands and all that stuff was since the beginning. But then I went to Thailand. I created my own, startup there, and my businesses are there. Then I came back to India. I worked for various governments. I worked for our Honorable Prime Minister also, who is now the Prime Minister of India. Apart from that, everything said and done. But I still thought that something needs to be carried on from whatever I've learned when I was traveling the world, when I was moving around, when I was talking to other people. And that was something. Now, how many people know halal here? Okay. So anybody can tell me the meaning of what is halal? Anybody, please? Anyone?
Sir, I think it's the meat that is.
Okay, I will speak it for you. It means that halal is a clean meat. If the product is halal certified, it means that it is clean to eat and it is safe to eat. Right? This is what it means, I suppose. Anybody else? Okay, I will give you a small example on this. Halal is no more a food quality safety system, a food quality assurance logo. It is converted into a lifestyle. How? Halal is now into cosmetics. Halal is now into tourism, which is halal tourism, where you can go and book hotels which are basically halal certified. Halal is now into halal fashions, where you can hire a designer who is a halal designer, certified designer, and they are quite expensive clothes. There are halal fashion shows on. Halal certified products, like even the vegetarian product, which has no relevance as far as, it has nothing to do with meat, is also certified as halal. Even a water bottle, you can see, that's also halal certified. You get it everywhere. If you go to Malaysia, you go to Thailand, you go to Singapore, you'll get these products. Even a water purifier is halal certified. Okay, so now the whole it's now become a lifestyle brand, and they've spent billions of dollars to just make it. Now, what is Sattvik philosophy? Now, coming back to what we are doing, coming back to why Sattvik? Why Sattvik? Now, this is a Indian mythology which only we are graced with worldwide. Only we have. This is our heritage. That we were given the formula for sattva, tamasic and rajasic, and sattva is a balance of that. Sattva is a balance of tamasic and rajasic, right? This is a very, very ancient, when we started, it's in our Vedas, and that's how things are going on. Still, it's like that. It's still the same. These are the golden, this is the golden parameter of seeing things. Now, I think everybody knows yoga, everybody knows Ayurveda, everybody knows Vastu. Now, these three things makes a complete balance of life, according to our mythology. If you can do good yoga, if you can eat good food, and if you stay in a Vastu environment, what else do you need? And this is exactly what we are trying to tell in the modern retail, that the food which is packed has to be balanced. That the food which we are eating has to be balanced. The food which we consume or the environment which we go has to be balanced. Even the environment we go has to be balanced, right? And now comes to the travel and tourism guys who are here. For you, it is. I think the next couple of slides will be really interesting. Our motto: to provide healthy food to the consumers, train farmers community to adapt changes, thereby reducing farmer mortality. Provide quality products at the right price to the consumer. Create new jobs in the quality management space, because this is the space uh, which now the next India has to go inside. That's what I was talking to you about. And how will we do it? How is Sattvik going to do it? How the Sattvik, the whole family is going to do it? Now we are tied up with Visai, which is like a frac labs. They are the most, they are, I think, renowned labs in India, and that's the tie-up we have. And we are trying to open up all micro labs in all of our incubations, and incubations are there with the university. That's what we are trying to do, and that's why I'm here. Robust quality management system, which we are working on right now, because Sattvik India has approximately 27 board members who are all PhD scholars and have put up their are putting up their efforts to make and research and get things up. National Good Food Network. That is our first motto, that there should be a nationalized chain of good food network, because if there is no network, if there is no synergy, you cannot work. So this is what we are trying to do. That's why we have come to Northeast. We are making our presence in the south of India. We already made our presence in the central India, and now it is Northeast. Now this is a very now this slide you students need to understand what we want to say in this. This is the upper four logos. I think everybody knows that. Pradhan Mantri Vikas Yojana. The next one is KVIC, which is Khadi Village and Industries Commission. The fourth one is IIA, which is the Indian Industries Association. And then it's Skill India. Now, Sattvik Farm to Fork